Waterfall model. In today's class, we will be discussing about waterfall model. After understanding the central idea behind this model, we will look into the different phases and some of the advantages and disadvantages of this model. So, let's begin with the introduction of waterfall model. It's a linear sequential process for the software development. Means there will be no iteration possible during the execution of the waterfall model. This approach is likely one directional, that is towards downwards, like a waterfall. Next, the central idea behind this waterfall model is one should move to the next phase only when its preceding phase is completed. The waterfall model is one of the oldest approach. This model executes step by step. Now, let's look into the different phases of the waterfall model. Waterfall model is having five different phases. The principal stages of waterfall model directly reflects the fundamental development activities. It starts with the requirement analysis and definition phase, where all the requirements are collected from the customer. Requirements are nothing but they are the set of functionalities what the system should perform. The system services, constraints, and goals are established by consultation with the system users. Then they are defined in detail as and serve as a system specification. Then, once the requirements are analyzed, we move on to the next phase, that is the system and software design phase. In this phase, the system design process allocates the requirements to either hardware or the software systems by establishing an overall architecture of the system. The software design involves identifying and describing the fundamental software system abstractions and their relationships. Then, once we are done with the system and the software design phase, we will move on to the implementation and unit testing phase. During this stage, the actual coding of the software begins. That is, the software design is realized as a set of programs or program units. So, unit testing is done here. This unit testing involves verifying that each of the unit meets its requirement specification, and validation, that is a testing process, is done against the customer requirement specification. Then, once implementation and unit testing is done, we move on to the integration and system testing phase, where the individual program units or the programs are integrated and tested as a complete system to ensure that the software requirements have been met, that is the customer requirements has been satisfied. After testing the software system, it is delivered to the customer. That is, the system is deployed into the customer environment. So the operation and the maintenance phase begins. Normally, this is the longest life cycle phase where the system is installed and put into the practical use. So, maintenance involves correcting the errors which are not discovered in the earlier stages of the life cycle. Then we will look into the some of the advantages of the waterfall model. So it is having mainly four advantages. That is, it is simple and easy to understand and use. So and then we will, that is phases are processed and completed one at a time. Phases do not overlap. Then cost effective and less time consumption. So let's see one by one. Okay, first the advantage is simple and easy to understand and use. The first advantage of waterfall model is that it is quite simple to understand and implement. That is, it provides a structured way of doing things. It works well with the small projects where the requirements are well understood. The next advantage is that the phases are processed and completed one at a time. That is, once the phase is completed, that phase is signed off. Then we will move on to the next phase. So it is said that phases do not overlap. Then the third advantage is it is a cost effective model. The time spent early in the software development cycle can reduce cost at the later stages. So it is said that waterfall model is one of the cost effective model. Then the fourth advantage is that it is a less time consumption process. So let's look into the disadvantages of the waterfall model. This model is not a change friendly. Means the waterfall model should only be used when the requirements are well understood and unlikely to change radically during system development. Suppose if the customer realizes any of the new functionalities, it can't be incorporated in the middle of the development. So it is said that this waterfall model is not a change friendly. Then another disadvantages of the waterfall model is risk management is difficult. So it might be difficult to foresee all the risk which will come in the later stages of the development. In summary, waterfall model is suitable for the projects where the requirements are fixed and well understood. Thank you.